Have you ever noticed that if you are in litigation with a narcissist, meaning that you are in some kind of a court battle with a narcissist, that they are constantly pushing you and pushing your buttons and trying to do things? It almost seems like they're trying to kill you. I'm going to go into what it is that they're doing and why they do it and how you can shut it down. Especially during the discard phase, a narcissist goes into full-on survival mode, meaning that if they don't survive, then that means you survive, or if you survive, it's a zero-sum game in their brain. They don't think about it. They don't think, oh, I need to survive. It's just their automatic systeming. That's just how they are processing things. And so understand they have a hypersensitive amygdala. And when that gets hijacked, then that means that their limbic brain comes online and their prefrontal cortex part of the brain shuts down. And that prefrontal cortex part of the brain is the part that's responsible for judgment and reasoning and logic. And the limbic part of the brain is the part that is full on emotion, and it includes rage. So the crazy thing is they will sabotage themselves to take you down, which makes no sense whatsoever. And it's the part that I think most people don't understand, especially in the system, judges, lawyers, things like that, people like that. And even you, a lot of times, you're still probably finding yourself overlaying reason to this, like, why would they do that? It doesn't make any sense. And the reason is they're not thinking clearly. They're not thinking from a place of rational. You have to be the one to understand that, because they're never going to understand that. So what they will do to push you to react is anything they can, basically, anything they can to create chaos. So it's going to be ignoring court orders, filing false pleadings, accusing you of all kinds of crazy things, like you didn't feed the kids dinner, or you only fed them junk food, or you got them home an hour later, 5 minutes later, whatever it is. They will turn off the credit cards. They will hide money. They will buy things for their new paramour. All kinds of crazy things in litigation. Even if it's other types of litigation, probate litigation, business litigation, they act the same way, but they want you to react. They feed off of your chaos. They feed off of your reaction. And then, when you lose it, that's when they'll point the finger at you and say, you're the one who's crazy. Look, there's the crazy one. And that's classic DARVO, which is deny, attack, reverse victim offender, which means that they become the victim and you become the offender. And oh my gosh, they can't believe that they've had to deal with this, and you're the crazy person. Understand that this is a way for them to maintain control. They are addicted to drama. They're addicted to chaos. They're addicted to having control. And they also feel a sense of control when they are using you as a puppet and getting you to emotionally react. Their entire sense of identity depends on dominating the emotional field. When you react, it reinforces their delusion. I matter. I'm powerful. I can control your reality. Calmness to them equals defeat. They crave chaos because it mirrors their internal state, their internal disorder. So when they poke or criticize or lie, it's not random. It's a fishing expedition for your emotions. Because if they can get you to lose composure, they win in the courtroom, they win in mediation, they win in life. They don't even need a judge there. They're already feeling like they're winning. So remember that stress response causes that amygdala hijack, which causes the cortex to shut down. That can happen with you too, by the way. So really important for you to take control of your nervous system. Do what you can to calm your nervous system. Breathing techniques, meditation, vagus nerve stimulation. The goal is for you to stay in your logic brain. Otherwise, they're going to get exactly what they want. You're basically saying, hey, here's my power, take it, go ahead, here you go. So the goal is to make you look unstable while they appear calm and reasonable. They know if you react, they can go, see, they're the emotional one. Meanwhile, they're the ones pushing the button the whole time. That's emotional warfare, and you can win that. All right. And if you're so ready to win that, I want you to put win in the comments right now, win in the comments. Have some phrases at the ready. So just go to disarmthenarc.com and get my free phrases for disarming narcissists so that you have some things to say and you're not feeling at the effect of them. How do you break your cycle is leverage through control. So you name it internally, like, oh, I see they're baiting me. I can see it. And so that you can observe, not absorb. And that way you can respond and not react. And I want you to pause for at least 8 seconds. So stop, observe, then speak. So I call it SOS, because if you pause for at least 8 seconds, a couple of things happens. One is that your nervous system resets and it flips the power back to you. And number 2 is it actually is uncomfortable for them and it gives you back the power because they're going to try to fill that void with saying something more. And then respond strategically, not emotionally. I'll respond when we can both speak respectfully. You can say something like that. And then make sure you document everything. They weaponize moments, and then you're going to weaponize the facts. Calm is your weapon. Every time you stay composed, you are collecting leverage. Just remember that narcissists can only control you through your reactions. When you stop reacting, you stop feeding the monster. You move from being their supply to being their consequence. Remember, power isn't about shouting louder. It's about staying calm enough to think smarter. If this resonated with you, I want to make sure that you hit subscribe, hit that notification bell, you hit the like button, you share it with somebody who needs to see this today. If you've ever built anything from scratch, whether it's a business, a brand, or a podcast, you know there's nothing small about it. The decisions, the hustle, the grind, the pressure, it's so all-consuming. And that's why I was so grateful to find Shopify when I set up my own store, shop.rebeccazung.com. Shopify powers millions of businesses worldwide and handles 10% of all e-commerce in the US, from giants like Mattel and Gymshark to brands just starting out. It simplifies everything: inventory, payments, analytics, marketing, all in one place, and their built-in tools make it so easy to run email and social campaigns that keep customers coming back. If you're selling globally, Shopify can help you do that too at over 150 countries. If you're selling in person, their award-winning point of sale brings your online and retail worlds together. And with 99.9% uptime and the best converting checkout on the planet, you'll never miss a sale. Get all the big stuff for your small business right with Shopify. Sign up for your $1 a month trial and start selling at shopify.com/negotiate. That's shopify.com/negotiate. And the next thing I want you to do is watch the next video, which is the 5 most scary things about narcissists. That will help you too. And you'll start to see they're actually not that scary. Okay, so I will see you in that next video. And remember, they only win if you give in.